Attention Walmart shoppers.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wolves and foxes. I had the mic muted. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Werewolf Foxcast. I'm here with Chemical Fox and the all-knowing, all-seeing Z-Gun. There he is.
We're already having technical difficulties.
Well, yeah, I gotta manually do this because I have a mouse. So we're just gonna roll with it. We have technical difficulties every time. Hopefully you guys can hear us. How's it going, everyone? How's it going? Wingless, Lone Wolf, Faded, Swirl, Folsky, and Trinity, and I think that's it.
The only podcast where we don't unmute the mic or iron the tablecloth.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about the tablecloth because everyone's making fun. They were making fun of me about my tablecloth several times, which is kind of irritating because, you know what? My tablecloth doesn't need to be ironed. I feel like it adds texture, and the stream can't see that anyway.
Oh, okay. You know, the people are here for my knee stream sometimes.
That's true, actually.
And this is a curtain to a show.
Are you trying to say your
can't...
knees are better than my knees?
I'm saying there's a curtain, and the show can't go on if the curtain's closed. Adding a tablecloth to the setup is just... knee stream's over, man.
Okay. So, anyway,
anyways.
how has your week... Actually, it's been probably a month since we streamed last.
What is time?
Time is an illusion created as it's a non-physical construct that man created, and I don't know what it is.
And if any of you are watching on YouTube, it's probably like 3 months from now.
That's true. So, let's start off with Chemical. How was your month since we last streamed?
Well, you know, here in Wisconsin, we got the most snow in 10 years, so I built the best effing snow fort in 10 years.
I wish I had a photo of that to pull up right now because that's amazing.
Okay, just picture it in your head. It's kind of circular. I put windows in it. I used
He installed Windows 10.
It has alcohol on shelves in it.
That's actually pretty legit.
Yeah, I mean, any of you guys on the Discord, you saw it. It's got a fire pit inside of it. We have a thing in Wisconsin called like Lake Geneva where they make a giant ice castle. But I was just like, hey, I can make an ice castle in my backyard, and if I make the walls tall enough, I can just pretend I'm on a lake somewhere. It doesn't matter. You just like shield out the outside world and just go at it.
We are showing no beans here. I'm sorry. Let me make sure the Yeti's on use. Can we hear you? Yes, we can. Okay, good. I just want to make sure we can still hear you when I pan over, because I apparently didn't go through all the hoops and loops and valleys. So you made a giant snow fort in the last month. How much snow have we gotten here? It's been a lot. I mean, a lot.
If I had to guess, I would say at least 3-4 feet. There's literal like mountains of snow by my apartment.
Yeah, you go through parking lots.
I can't even see shit going out of my driveway.
That's bad.
Well, and it was the quality of the snow. We got really deep snow, and then it got to really cold temperatures, so you could just take the shovel and make the perfect brick. So it was just real life Legos at that point.
You had fun, I can tell.
Oh, I'm excited about it.
You ever buy one of those bricks out of snow? Like it just comes with like a little plastic like mold. You just purposely built them for snow. You can make bricks out of them.
Anything I try to shape the snow with in plastic ends up shattering because the cold is not kind to it. But what I've actually been using, which no, never mind. I can't say that. Oh. It's well, the side of the thing says $1,000 fine if misused for blah 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 blah. But the point
is, that could be.
The point is, it's a really nice plastic that's like reinforced with a wax coating. So when you make the snow brick, it slides out really easy, and it doesn't stick to it when it freezes because it's got a wax coating to it.
I feel like you're using your noggin.
Using my lower back a lot of the time.
That's probably true too, actually.
That's the funny thing. For them, they need people. If it doesn't start, you're fucking SOL.
Did it start?
Unfortunately.
well, at least it started. And you got to make money.
Yeah.
So
12 hours. I made it worth it.
Yeah, well, I like being on overtime right now because I could use the money, and it's fantastic working that extra hour.
Man, usually I can keep up with chat, but not today.
Everyone's talkative. They want to talk.
Every time I look down, it's like 3 pages deep, and I'm like, oh man,
it's okay. It's really hard for me to keep up with chat most times anyway, too.
That's why we got bartenders.
Yes. Yeah, yes.
I'm trying to, but I'm also trying to hold conversation with you guys.
Wow, you are literally. What do we pay you?
Nothing. Literally
right.
Nothing.
That's true.
I'm the one that brought the beer, so I'm paying you, I guess.
Thank you. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't get paid either, man.
Guys, there's the boops going on.
I say we riot.
Hi, Luna. No, there's no rioting. We're done with the rioting.
Okay.
No more rioting.
I don't know.
Okay. So, you guys want to get to some articles? I know I told this to Zegan already. Are you spilling beers? Oh, it just blew up a little bit. That's what MGD does.
I can already taste the difference between Yingling and MGD though.
And Yingling is much better.
It is.
Well, our first article that I discovered on the little agenda here was, I guess a gang of squirrels was terrorizing people in New York City. I don't know if you guys heard about this.
What? Oh man, I'm glad I didn't hear the articles this week.
The best part, no, this actually happened last month. We're just catching up.
Oh.
We're all more than a little stressed out these days.
That's still winter, though.
Yes. We're all a little more stressed out these days. This is just what happens when the world is in the midst of a deadly pandemic that changed everyone's lives in so many ways. Perhaps our anxious, agitated attitudes are rubbing off on Mother Nature, because it looks like squirrels have started openly attacking people in New York City. As a CBS affiliate, WCBS TV reports, squirrel attacks have been happening starting regularly in one Queens neighborhood, with multiple people stating that they've gotten physical altercations with these animals, resulting in serious injury. Queens resident Meshaline Frederick says that the squirrels attacked her while she was standing on her front stoop. An animal apparently climbed up her leg and began biting her. Frederick, who had bruises and cuts after the attack, said her fingers were chewed by a squirrel who refused to let go. When the animal finally relented, the ground was covered in blood. Well, it's funny because one of the comments was, I have to find it because it was great. I wish I could.
You said it was spreading, right? Like other squirrels are learning this behavior?
Apparently. Well, they were saying, someone in the comments said because of the pandemic, the squirrels have resorted, because normally you get like hand-fed with seeds and shit.
Oh, yeah.
They resorted to rioting. It's the form of
so
rioting.
They're just pissed off.
Yeah, yes.
Oh.
Yes. So this was going on.
No, this is that one Rick and Morty episode where like where Morty pisses off the squirrels.
Oh, yeah.
And they gotta change reality is because...
Or even... They like give the roaches like intelligence and they try and take over the world and shit.
I don't think I saw that.
You never saw that one?
I don't know why I vaguely remember that, but I thought it was terrifying.
Honestly,
wasn't that in Dexter's Lab or no? I think there wasn't. There was a roach guy that was in Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls. Yeah. I remember that. Well, anyway.
I want a raccoon army someday myself.
You want a raccoon? We'll talk to Red. He's our resident raccoon.
Honestly, New York.
I had a little.
Leftover.
It makes sense. You know, I had a little piece of art that I found for the gangster squirrel, which is right here. Those are the queen's squirrels.
It's too blurry for me
to
howl see.
I guess. Well, does that mean we all have to howl if the howl was redeemed?
Man, I wish I could draw for you what I see there.
What do foxes say?
To me, it looks like a little squirrel holding an acorn and like a Gandalf staff because he's got a little wizard hat. But it's too blurry for me to see like the actual picture.
That's fox vision. You need the night.
It's far more entertaining than what everyone else is seeing. But
I guess I have to howl now. If you want to do your noises, you can. I really don't know. All right, Fox. What? 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 Okay. All right. That's all you get. Okay, so this was funny. I found this one. New Hampshire politicians ban pets from remote bill hearings. So apparently, I really don't have to read a lot of the article because it's summarized pretty much in what I'm about to say. Uh-huh. They got sick of cats walking in front of the cameras showing their ass.
You can't stop that.
It's literally just like the cats would get up in front of the camera and they're like, "We can't see you, Miss Politician," or whatever. Apparently, yeah. They did try to say dogs too, but dogs don't really do anything. They just kind of like, no offense to dogs, but they're just kind of chilling. Cats kind of get up in your face. I know, but I'm not rude like some dogs.
They just need to make a rule about securing a room of all any other living creatures, you know.
Wingless, that is not the translation. I don't know where you got the translator from, but that is not. That is not. That is not. That is not.
Wingless is in a mood. He already said something about chemicals.
He's in a mood.
I'm going to have to go back and read this chat, man.
You're more than welcome to.
Glad I didn't drink before reading that. Whew, almost died.
Yeah, we brought this Yingling back. This beer actually is not local. Thanks to Z-Gun, he's the one who supplied this. It is not found here. He has to travel long distances, trek through harsh winters, and the Nether to get this beer.
Yeah, the Nether, that is.
Right. Exactly. Somebody faded clip that. Yeah.
I mean, we're most known for complaining.
Yeah, well, I've spent around. I've been around Ferks quite a bit.
Every time I read my chat, it looks like I'm just huffing the tablecloth.
Well,
like here, this is me reading chat.
I just looked down.
Linens.
I just looked down. The cloth is though freshly washed.
No, I can smell that. I really can. Yeah. That's why I don't even know like what kind of wood's underneath here, if it even is wood.
Yeah, Lone, I already howled.
I don't smell it.
I already howled. So, cats causing problems for webcams since webcams were invented. That's true.
Cats seem to just hate technology, so I guess it's just extending to politicians now, which is honestly I'm for that. That's fine with me.
Wingless redeemed another howl. How many points does Wingless have?
Howl like you mean it.
Okay, you ready for this? Ooh. There we go. I don't know. But I'm not opposed to whatever's happening.
Sorry, I'm getting the bad howl out.
Oh, okay. All right.
There we go.
Thank you.
Wash our hands of this situation.
Thank you. All right, I was getting the 2020 out of my body. Anyway, the next article is actually pretty self-explanatory as well. Actually, no, it's not. Pigs have learned how to play video games. Or at least they've learned that pigs can play video games.
Dude, that goes hand in hand with, like, spinach learning to send emails.
I don't know about the spinach thing, but please do tell.
Wait,
well, I think it was spinach. It might have just been a generic plant, but no. You can look it up. There's an article, Scientists Taught Plants How to Send Emails. But there's been things like plants have electrical signals that they emit from different places.
Guess, but
So they put sensors up and stuff to it to like trigger things. I don't know. Read the article.
Gotta find the article first.
Dude, what if they sending?
Or they'll riot.
Well, that's originally what it was designed for. Is when like the soil was drying out, it would send an email to be like, "Hey, water your fucking plant."
Well, yep. Actually, plants are interesting because they do tend to actually grow in different directions based on... You know what? There was a study done. If you actually sing to plants, it makes them grow. If you give
the vibrations.
That's insane. I believe it. I do.
Mm-hmm.
They're another living creature too. And there was a plant communication thing that was done in like the 90s. Like it was on the show Sightings that they actually have their own form of communication that we don't know. Like a tree will protect almost, like it'll cause... I don't remember the exact... I can't remember all of it. I wish I could just regurgitate what I learned. But it was something related to the elder plants will almost protect the younger plants in certain ways by somehow affecting the environment around them. It was insane.
Yeah, part of that is like if one of the plants in the group gets hurt, it sends a signal so the whole group knows that.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell a plant does to like defend against that, but that's also not my problem. I'm not a plant.
Yo, Shredder1246 with the follow. What's up, dog?
I was supposed to do that Twitch Prime
You can
thing
do that
again.
right now if you want.
No, I can't. My phone does not respond to claws.
Okay, well, do it on break then.
Yeah, but then...
I do need to get a laptop because I don't think I can see when people are redeeming points from my phone.
I just want you guys to know he has missed out on at least 5 months of free Twitch.
That's true. I have.
Just because he wants you guys to see it.
Yeah.
And I can never do it when you guys are watching, because... Pause.
Hey, you need claws with touchscreen sensitivity.
I can't even lick it because COVID.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's not sanitary.
So anyway, pigs have learned how to play video games, and there's one. Apparently, the pigs will actually respond to what's going on the screen in order to get a treat. Funny. They're actually, from what the scientists said, are smarter than dogs in that regard. It probably did, but I think pigs are apparently some of the smartest animals, I guess.
So I actually owned a pig.
Did you?
Fun fact.
I didn't know this. Yeah. I've never heard of this before.
I'm not going to tell you his name because that's probably a security question somewhere. But, but it was a potbelly pig, and one of the funniest experiences with him is, he totally knew when he did something wrong.
See, okay, this is what me and Zegan talked about. I said pigs are very smart animals. Maybe we shouldn't be eating them. Personally, I'm not a fan of pork, but some people are.
My pig loved eating bacon. He got a hold of it one time by accident, and he effing loved it. We didn't feed it to him intentionally. That
nullifies your argument. If their own species is willing to eat themselves, then...
But my favorite...
Okay, I didn't say they were the smartest animals in the world.
One time we came home, and because they don't have thumbs or fingers or nothing, we just come home and it's real oddly quiet because usually come to the door and say hi and shit. But we go there and there's a Doritos bag completely over the head of the pig, and he realizes we see him and starts panicking. So the bag starts hyperventilating, going as he just all around the house, just running, crashing into everything.
Just playing.
There's a Dorito bag on his head.
Just playing a lot of deathcore musicals, pig vocals.
It was. We weren't even mad, but it was just full panic. Dorito bag crunching.
Deemed twice.
All these owls. So
I actually did the weak one first, so.
Because if we're going to have people getting mad and chat over it, then we're going to have to turn it off because we're actually trying to have a podcast here.
You've literally been searching for me for 1 hour. What do you mean? Searching? What have you been searching for?
I should figure out how to get touch sensitive.
That would be cool. That would be really cool. I feel like that would be very useful.
Kind of feels like my name should imply.
Let me really quickly read this article, though. So, pigs are highly intelligent creatures. The study released on Thursday revealed that they're skilled gamers, too. Published in the Journal of Frontiers in Psychology, the paper is the culmination of extensive research into pig intelligence that began in the 90s by scientists working on this Stanley Crony, or co-authored by... I can't read right. Yes, I'm trying.
Well, let me
90s
interject.
by the scientist working with Stanley Curtis, a legendary swine researcher who died in 2010. It was co-authored by
Swine flu.
Candace Crony, director of the Purdue University Center for Animal Welfare Science, and Sarah Boyson, a professor of psychology at Ohio State University, renowned for, they're crediting all these people, research in chimpanzees. The paper highlights 2 Yorkshire pigs named Hamlet and Omelette. Oh my God. Omelette.
They're worse. No, they're bad people.
And
Yeah.
2 Pinito micro pigs,
Like
often
naming your
used in
human
research,
sausage.
for usually weighing 50 to 70 pounds, named Ebony and Ivory, whom all were kept at the Penn State University. The pigs were trained at a rudimentary joystick-operated video game task that had originally been created to test chimpanzees and rhesus monkeys. They learned how to manipulate a joystick with their snouts and move the computer cursor across the screen. Once they maneuvered the cursor to hit the wall, a treat dispenser connected to the joystick would deliver a snack. There you go.
Yeah, so pigs will do a lot of things for food, but to summarize that whole last couple paragraphs, dog intelligence, pig intelligence. Not too far off. You know, not the same, but not too far off. They're actually pretty smart animals. Enough to play a game. A dog can play a game.
I think
On intelligence, but at the same time, like dogs are more like loyal. They're specifically designed to be trained, whereas I don't think pigs are.
I think it's the training and the upbringing in general.
that's actually a podcast I did before I was podcasting, when I was just YouTubing, and I did different types of intelligences, so that would fall into that category, yes. That they
I've heard that. It's like,
At least my experience was, it was one of those things where you raise an animal next to another animal and they kind of adopt each other's traits. So my pig was more like a dog because it grew up with a dog, you know what I mean? Yeah.
like the husky who acts like a cat.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Or you actually see like dogs take care of cats, like smaller cats and stuff like that, and treat them like their own and things like that. Like you have weird situations like that, and then you kind of like take on these other habits from different species because that's just the way they were brought up.
Well, and it's one of those things too, like, because I had them grow up side by side, they pretty much had an equivalent sense of smell. If you hit a treat, the dog would find it just as well as the pig would. And it would listen to commands, it would sit, it would do all the, tricks per se that a dog could do. It just, was slower to do them, but if you motivated it with food, it would almost always do them, similar to a lot of dogs.
Dude, I literally can't see what people have redeemed, but they're still bitching about howls.
I don't know how many howls one person can do. I mean, I think they want, you know what? How about you howl? Try it.
I was gonna say I go pee and then you howl the entire time I'm gone, because that seemed like more fun to me.
You can't wait till break.
No, I totally can.
Okay.
I just thought that would be more fun.
I mean, yes, that probably would be more fun for the viewer, not so much for me.
I mean, I only have a vested interest in one of these things.
Okay, Wingless did redeem another howl, so.
Holy shit!
Oh,
that was weak.
what do you want me to do? I'm tired.
You have to give it...
Yeah, no,
My neighbors are gonna think I'm crazy. Wait. Yeah, that's true. Okay, back to the topics at hand. We've talked about pigs and intelligence now. We're gonna move on. 22,000. Yeah. So I guess a lawyer, I don't know if you guys heard this. Did you hear about the lawyer who got stuck in a cat filter mode during a Zoom trial? I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to refund that.
Wait, no, what is Hank Hill mode?
Yeah,
Talk like Hank.
yes, I'm not.
This is an option?
It is, but I'm not doing that. I will
Thinking how much
No.
would this option cost the average person? 10K base.
I have to raise the price of this.
Oh, don't be Cal.
Oh,
yeah, I know,
man.
right? Won't do dabs anymore.
Oh.
So, can we get back to the articulos, please?
I don't. For the record, I'm not a financial advisor, and I don't know how much a biddy costs.
Anyway, lawyer
just know
gets
how much
stuck
my
in
dick
cat filter mode during a Zoom trial. You guys hear about that?
Oh, totally did.
Okay, good. Well, I wish I could show the video of it, but basically, I could summarize this really easily by saying that he got on his Zoom session, and the lawyers and everyone were like, "Hey, you must have a filter on," and the guy goes, "Yeah, I see that. I'm trying to get my secretary to fix the problem. I promise you, I'm not a cat."
Did you know that's also what Deep Fucking Value started his Congress hearing with? Yeah, that was that was like a month or ago, but yeah, totally happened. Yeah, he thought just like that muting his call would like hide him cranking it.
So what was going on there though? Like,
what, with that whole situation? Yeah. It was a Zoom call between some some hearing with some politicians. That I think the dude's name was, I know his last name was too, but I don't remember his first name because it was months ago. But he was in a Zoom call and he thought that he had his webcam done, not activated, and the dude was spanking it on cam.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so his dick out on cam.
I'm not gonna name names, but I had a streamer friend who went live a while ago because he accidentally pressed the hotkey on his keyboard, and he went to take a shower and definitely walked out butt ass naked. And my brother had to be there, go, "Turn your stream off."
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yes, you probably do.
Wingless, I don't actually know what points do what, but that better not be a point threshold.
What was he gonna redeem? I would do bros mode.
I don't know what
but I'll
that
do it
is.
after break. I'll do it after break. If bros mode wants to get redeemed, I'll do it after break. I always like to say if I'm playing CS and bros mode's enabled, it's after the game. So it can be the next half. I will agree to bros mode.
I can do that. Ah! That wasn't consensual. I said you could do it, but I wasn't ready for it. You gotta warn a guy.
You were supposed to boot me.
Yeah.
That's why I did you.
Oh, well, and you just violated me for no reason.
Oh my god.
Fucking weirdo.
Yo, Shredder, yo, much appreciated, dog. Yeah, I that raid last night was pretty epic, dude. That was really cool.
On the street. We played these guys and they said they're fucking
well,
all of a sudden 300
Well, you know, chat, this is at least less ooh-woos than normal.
yeah, it's definitely under ooh-wooed.
Yeah.
Under ooh-wooed. So, let's go to the next article. We talked about the, what did you think of the Zoom camera thing? I feel like he should just rock that the rest of the fucking...
That'd be hilarious.
I would have.
Give him
So now time for some irritating stuff. The chef who cooked for Kanye West is now selling a $250 whatever sandwiches covered in edible 24 karat gold.
Okay, let me...
I don't understand. Look at this sandwich.
that the
It doesn't even
euro
look
used to be
appetizing.
double
This thing
our
does not look
value.
appetizing. There's caviar on there. There's caviar.
Oh, so you're gonna do a caviar story in this regard, but you're not gonna cover like the Wisconsin DNR sturgeon general scandal?
I don't know anything about that.
Oh,
You'd have to explain that. You're more than
I'm a
welcome
fox,
to.
so I guess some fish news is kind of just what I do.
You're more than welcome to explain that because I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, so here you go, guys. Let me summarize this in like the best way I can. This is off the script. Not that there is a script.
There really isn't. It's rough draft. I made it in 2 hours.
So here in Wisconsin we have the sturgeon fishing, and it's just like this big armored fucking paddlefish, and it's super regulated what you can do with these eggs because you have to spear them. Yeah, you don't just like catch them on a fishing pole.
Those fuckers are
You
huge.
spearfish them amongst other things. So, when you get them registered, part of the thing that the Department of Natural Resources, you know, the people you go to get your license from, were saying was that
you can give them your sturgeon eggs, and they have to do some science on them, and then if you really want, they'll give them back after the science is done. But it turns out those officials were actually selling them to a caviar cannery at an extremely elevated premium and getting kickbacks for it because it's such a rare commodity because it's, half endangered. Including, like, the main guy in charge of the whole thing. He got caught up in it, and there were a couple times where they thought too many people were asking questions, and they ditched the whole batch of caviar into, like, a dumpster or some crap like that.
More wasteful, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, that hasn't even, like, finished panning out yet, but, like, caviar, not
I mean, I personally wouldn't eat fish eggs to begin with, but that's still wasteful.
I don't like fish to begin with, so...
Yeah, but yeah, to say something's for science and then just be like boost cannery.
I don't know, man. I'm not a. Okay, I'll tell you. I don't.
Endangered species cannery.
I don't like fish to begin with, so I wouldn't even eat that. But second, like I've tried. I don't know what your opinion of seafood is. You guys like seafood?
I'm allergic to fake shrimp.
I don't get the point of it. It doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah, it definitely does. But I'm not a huge fan of seafood. I'll eat like crab and things like that, but like I'm not a huge fan of like just normal like fish, like cod or like any like anything like that. Part of that though comes with like a story from childhood when I went to a local restaurant around here. You probably know it's Serafino's. And when I was younger, we went there for a fish fry and I ended up choking on a fish bone. That was not a good experience.
Oh, tasting a fish bone completely ruins.
Oh, I choke.
I can't eat any more fish if I like taste a fish bone there. Like, I just can't do it.
I just don't like the taste. My parents tried to make me like eat unbreaded fish one time when I was a kid, and I literally wouldn't eat dinner. I told them, I said, I'm not going to eat this. I don't care if I go to bed hungry. I still don't think I'd like it. I don't like fish. Every time I eat fish, I've tried crab, I've tried shrimp, I've tried lobster, and I thought all of them were boring. But Akira says, I started following a while back just because I was intrigued by the wolf, and now I'm excited to see some content. It's been forever. I've had time to tune in. Thanks for the amazing content. Much appreciated, Akira. Welcome back. I know it is. It makes you feel good. It does. Mostly it's CSGO content, but yeah, I guess I really don't want to go too much into detail about Kanye West, because Kanye West.
I care way less about
but,
Kanye.
I mean,
way more about local sturgeon news.
Let's get that, sturgeon news, eh?
Yeah. The sturgeon general. That's a very important position.
I just had a comment about how we call it a bubbler, and everyone's like, water fountain, drinking fountain. I'm like, no, even in my works inventory of like maintenance, they're called bubblers. Fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic.
Hey, that's just a thing.
Yep. And everyone from out of state, they go, a bubbler. They go, oh, that must be that thing that you smoke drugs with.
Oh my God.
I've never really associated the two, but you're totally right.
Let's look at that Kanye West chef sandwich again.
Well, if you don't like it, you'll just go thirsty.
You guys want to eat that? Does that look appetizing?
I can't see it. It just looks like a shit sandwich.
Yeah, but it's expensive. It must be good.
It looks like brown covered in crispy.
The Raven?
Yeah.
Picture.
Oh, I thought you meant Crispy the Raven.
Who that is?
I thought you do. He goes to cons. You remember my Crispy?
Oh, that! I didn't know. No, I didn't know he was a Raven. No, yes. I know Crispy.
Yes.
No, I know Crispy. Crispy's okay.
Is that raw meat dry heaves? I don't know.
I love raw meat, but I'm a fox.
Well, you think the owl would like raw meat, but...
Seriously, like, cannibal sandwiches are 10 times better than a fucking
I've heard about
burger.
those. I like my meat, I'll be honest with you, I like to cook it a little bit. Because, to be fair, I like my...
You're right.
This was a thing that... I know what he's talking about. But I like my meat, like burgers, for instance, I like a medium well because I like that crispiness on the outside. I do. I enjoy that. But cannibal sandwiches.
Yeah. So in my family, we call cannibal sandwiches. It's raw beef and onions on rye, with like salt and black pepper and stuff like that. But as I've gotten older, I've learned that you shouldn't make it out of ground chuck. Ground round is pretty good, but ground sirloin is probably the best.
Yeah, well, the better the cut.
Yeah, the better the cut, the leaner it is, the better it tastes. But you can even do like a cast iron sear on it and make it that crispy outside that Wolf likes, but still the medium rarest on the inside.
Wingless, did you just say you eating the dogs? I'm telling dog on you.
You're telling the Walmart Wolf?
Yep, I'm telling the Walmart Wolf.
I've never had.
Did you see that thing I posted in memes the other day of the husky that's pretending to be in the wolf? I love that.
Me.
That was so good. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see what we got left. Probably not too much. We got, I think, one more article here. You guys
Wingless is talking.
Anybody remember? You guys all probably do. You remember the longboarding TikTok user that had the ocean spray riding and singing to that Fleetwood Mac song?
No, because TikTok is not installed on my phone.
It's not installed on my phone either, but everybody has seen this. If you're kind of part of the pop culture thing that is YouTube, I'm sure the people out there watching know exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway, this guy basically was riding on a longboard, drinking ocean spray. I think he got a lifetime supply of ocean spray juice because he got so blown up. It was actually really funny. I wish I could show this, but I don't have this set up to actually... You can see it right here. They did, because he blew up. And then Ocean Spray probably also got some revenue from this. So basically, the juice, he signed the bottle of juice, and it's now in a museum in Idaho, being auctioned off. Yes.
Was that where the...
I don't think so. I think it's just where he is.
Fuck.
Yep. So that happened.
We're going to cover that, but we're not going to talk about GameStop.
Okay, no, you can... You can talk about GameStop now. It's fine. I'm totally down for that. That happened. I'm out of articles, so go for it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so we're going to get into that next... I did not post
next
it
episode.
In the next... After Chemical smokes his cigarette.
Whoa. I don't smoke cigarettes.
What is that?
A phone?
Okay. All right, we'll not talk about what's hiding behind the phone. It's okay, I'll smoke one with you. I'll do that when I'm drunk.
It's a beer.
Oh, it's a beer. Okay.
You can see the neck. It pokes out from the top of the phone.
Well, anyway, with GameStop, everyone knows about what happened with GameStop, right? Yeah.
I would hope so.
After the half, we're talking about the internet, and
I just like the stock.
What was the exact title again? Because I can't remember. It was the internet. The internet effect.
The internet has how it's created our changed our society from when the internet first was developed versus what it is now. Now that's more like mainstream.
That's right. That was the homework.
Yeah,
I got it now.
Well, you're going to be in study hall detention now, young man, young fox.
Hey.
You did not do your homework.
No, but I'm just going to wing it like I always do.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean,
anyway, with GameStop, that was crazy, right? I did not invest, but I kind of wish I did.
I wish I did, but I'm still happy to see these hedge funds get fucked.
I figured I liked the thought so much that when it peaked, well, it didn't peak at 380, but when I saw it and it was at 380, I bought a share and I was like, I'll take this as a donation to a higher cause. And I still got it. Because at this point I'm picking up pennies off the floor.
You're going to have to teach me what to invest in because...
No.
My man's over here making money and I'm over...
Okay, so if you look at my investments, there's 21 open positions. 8 of them had made money. That means the ones that aren't 8 out of 21 did not make money. Which means a monkey throwing darts at a board at random would at least achieve a 50%, and that is better than I have done.
What about a wolf throwing darts at a board?
I mean, we could actually
You want us to do that? You want us to put on a bunch of stocks on a dartboard? You throw darts at?
Dude, I would love a series. I would love a series of Wolf Invests, and it's you making random choices for.
You can finally use that.
Oh, totally.
After
you take all the biddies at the end of the night and you invest it into whatever your random chance shit did.
Great,
I would actually watch that.
How's it going, mashed potatoes?
You know how much I watched of Linus Tech Tips when he like spent 50 grand of him and his wife's money on GameStop? I was so entertained with watching that. If you YOLO your money, you will get viewers.
Wingless goes,
sure.
I'm putting 1K into Dogecoin because Elon Musk will probably spend $1 billion into it because Musk.
I mean, he already bought his toddler's retirement fund. He's probably good.
Wow. That's absolutely insane. It's insane how the stock market works. After kind of seeing it, and I guess being older now, and knowing that I have a little bit every once in a while of expendable funds, maybe I should start investing.
It always used to be like just insider trading, like big Wall Street
totally.
guys fucking doing that. Now you can do it from your phone. You got Robinhood, all these like different apps that you can actually do trading on. Hell, even like what is that one Acorn where it just rounds up your money and invests it in the stock market?
Ziga makes a fantastic point. This is one of the few times in history that you've been able to buy fractional stocks. So let's say whatever stock you're interested in, Tesla, Apple, whatever, is worth $1,000. Most of the average person doesn't have $1,000 they can throw on that and maybe make $25, $100. It's out of our scale.
Hello, Momo Cheese.
But fractional stocks are kind of a new thing that has never been available, where if you have $10, you can just buy $10 of that, and you just get a smaller percentage. And that is really the first step in kind of evening the playing field between the people who can
the little
afford.
guy actually gets a piece of the pie instead of just all these big names being able to do whatever the hell they want. And
You'll hear time and time again on the news and stuff like that only the rich can afford stocks and they own like 87% of it. But that's absolute. There's so few places you can buy parts of a stock. It's ridiculous. That should be the model. Otherwise, it's not really fair, is it?
No.
Oh, that's
I'm not.
Dude, he does not understand the concept of capitalism. Please explain. I mean, it's related to basically doing something a lot and doing it well and making money for it and taking advantage of the market.
Yeah.
Not like there's capitalism and there's socialism, but at the same time, this isn't necessarily one or the other. Those are just ideologies. What you're seeing is a free market. A free market can exist in either spectrum.
Yeah.
But the problem is that what happened recently with this whole thing is, like, for instance, when people finally got in on that GameStop stock, that was the free market at play. Someone got tips, people went and bought this stock. The problem is what happened after the fact where people tried to stop these people from trying to buy that. That's when you negated the free market aspect, which is why people were pissed. Which is why all these people...
Yeah, I don't know anything about the stock market, so I'm slowly learning, but I'm still not learning.
I've learned more about the stock after hearing and researching into this than I've ever known before.
No, actually, a lot of people I know have considered the GameStop experience education lesson because so much dirty tricks, clean tricks, smart ideas, investing tips. A lot of people have gotten exposed to this new thing, set up accounts on different markets. The amount of people kind of our age, younger, that have been introduced into the market now is just... Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, yep, that's true.
Absolutely.
The little guy finally used their own trick against them, so they're not happy about that. Which is why I considered it a win.
Yeah, it's fair. They played it the way they were also being played.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. Zigan, I never got to you about your last month. I feel like I just talked to Chemical.
Yeah, I'm also sorry. We kind of shifted on.
Yeah,
to
we
GameStop.
did shift over to that. But Zigan, how was your last month?
I just changed to a different position at my job. Other than that, everything's been pretty much status quo. Man.
All right.
once I get certified in this said job, I'll be making more money, which is nice.
That's good. That's good to hear. For me, at least, I mean, things are at least looking really positive for me.
I'm sniffing table and/or reading chat.
Yeah, yes. He's just trust me. He's sniffing the table. For me, at least,
linens.
For me, at least, things have been good at work. I guess we're getting a little bit more busy, which is actually not a bad thing because I could use the money. Trying to pay down some debt. I get some money coming in from tax return, and I feel like we're gonna have. I'm gonna buy myself a 900-degree racing wheel. Hey, Abby, what's up?
Hey guys, this guy sucks at shoveling.
I do suck. Okay, I gave up because it was cold. I actually considered.
This guy has a fursuit.
I considered walking out as a wolf, actually, but my neighbors already are terrified of me to begin with. So, actually, they didn't like my shingles. That's why I had to replace my garage roof.
Oh my god!
Is that a true story?
Yes, the guy across the street, the old man across the street who has to have his yard. No. Okay, so my garage door was broken. I plan on fixing it when I got money, right? My garage door was, but it was still closed. Yeah, right. Yeah. And I would park my truck in front of it.
That's a good point.
I do have a snowblower, but listen. I do have a snowblower, but I bought a fucking I bought a fucking Craftsman, and it didn't work the next year.
Thank you, Momo Cheese. My thoughts exactly. It says buy a snowblower.
I have one. It's just sitting in my garage. And at the time, I think Texas is dealing with more shit than we dealt with, though. That was
Texas is getting a reality check from the last time it happened. They didn't learn their lesson from last time, and now they're paying the price for it. It's unfortunate, but they should have winterized a lot of their shit.
That's still crazy. I heard a lot of it had to do with the fact they were changing their infrastructure more over to eco-friendly stuff.
So here's what I've read about that is both sides failed. Gas and like all that infrastructure failed, as well as the renewable shit. So both sides. The problem is each side of the spectrum is trying to point the finger at the other one. What actually didn't happen is they didn't spend the extra money to winterize their infrastructure. So you get all these different lines that are freezing over and things like that, and they're not functioning properly because they weren't winterized. Unlike here in Wisconsin.
I still call Wisconsin Canada Light.
I was gonna say I think we got a bartender with too much intellect points.
Calls us Southern Canadians, so
yeah, we kind of are though.
The
further north you go, the more A you get. Well, yeah, that was. I guess that's the wrap up of. I guess stuff I started at the beginning. I mean, anyone.
Does that mean it's break time, and then
it is going to be break time. Let's see. 58. We got 10 more minutes. You guys want to talk about anything else that's on your minds? Anything that happened in the last month or two?
True. But the thing is it happened once before.
Wingless, how cold was it by you again? Please tell us in Celsius. Because at that point, I think it's the same.
No, don't tell me it's Celsius. I won't respect it.
-40.
No.
Something similar to this happened in... So you'd think after that kind of crisis would happen, you would learn and like, again, I'm not saying like I'm happy that it has happened. It's very unfortunate. The thing is they have to learn from their mistakes and actually invest in their infrastructure.
Yep. Well, I feel like that's not just a Texas problem. I feel that's a human problem. I feel like most people do not learn from their mistakes.
Speaking of infrastructure. If I subscribe with Twitch Prime, I go to the bathroom.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, you can.
that is the best.
Everyone in chat is allowed to subscribe with Twitch Prime if they go to. Then they get to go.
Potty breaks for Twitch Prime.
And with that, I think we'll be right back, guys. We'll be right back to talk about the internet and its influence on everything over the last 20-something years, plus 30 years. It's been a while, actually.
So yeah, that encompasses it pretty good.
Yeah, well, I'm turning 32 this summer. It's fantastic. He just went upstairs. All right, Ziggin.
Yep, he's gone.
Ziggin, sign us out for the heft. Did anybody actually redeem Bros Mode or no?
I can't I can't see on my phone. That's why I need a laptop.
I'll have to look at it. I hope they did because I kind of want to.
I'm gonna have to invest in a laptop so I can actually use mod mode. Phone doesn't have mod mode.
All right. Well, we will be right back. Enjoy me talking about soda for the next 15 minutes because I have a soda collection. So have fun with that. Ding! Fries are done.
Really? That's where you went with that?
Good morning, people. No, I'm just kidding, actually. If you don't know what video that is, you're missing out. Okay. I'm bored. Decided to show off my soda collection. Yes, I collect soda. I'm a huge nerd. That's cool. Well, it's not really cool, but it's cool to me. First can on the list, we have a Coke 2. Most of you, probably if you're watching this video, you know exactly what Coke 2 is, but some of you may not, and there's a whole story about the new Coke deal in the 80s with, you know, Coca-Cola and how they wanted it to taste more like Pepsi, so they made a product, changed the whole formula, everyone got mad, and then they basically brought the old Coke back as Coke Classic, and then gave Coke 2 its own separate brand, but that slowly phased out throughout the years. I think the last place it was made in the United States was Chicago up until about 2002, and I started collecting shortly after, around 2003, so I missed out. I was kind of upset about that because I really wanted to try some. But this can used to be full, but as you can see, it started leaking out of the side because of the pressure built up over the years, and I just drilled a hole in the bottom, and now it is empty. But this is one of my favorite cans. I think I paid like $5 for it on eBay. That's really not that much. That was a while ago. That was probably like I've had this probably since 2004. Ooh, this is interesting. This is still full, actually. This is an original. I think this was produced in like '98. You can see this is the contour can with the Coca-Cola bottle shape. They thought about producing these cans in vending machines, or I don't know if they were going to make them like just in vending machines, or just like this would be the new shape of the can, kind of like the Coca-Cola bottle. But I guess apparently when these were produced and put into vending machines, they got stuck. And yeah, can't have that. This is one of the originals. This expired January 25th of '99, so it's pretty old. Soda's still in here. It hasn't leaked out yet, surprisingly, which is kind of good, because it's really a cool can, in my opinion, I think. One of my favorites. I didn't really, actually, I probably paid about $5 for this too, but I think I've seen them go for more, honestly, online, so I think I got a good deal with that one. That was also probably around 2004, 2005, I bought that. On the floor. That's better. We have a full can of actually, I guess it's the original Mountain Dew Pitch Black. I thought I had Pitch Black too, but no, I have the original Pitch Black. I had a can of Pitch Black too. Don't know what happened to it. I'm pretty sure it might have been empty. Just decided not to save it. But I have the original Pitch Black. This one expired December 13th of '04. So I don't know. I've seen some of these go online. Yeah, I have an original Mountain Dew Pitch Black. We have limited run Coca-Cola C2. Basically, it was Coca-Cola's idea of having half aspartame and half sugar soda, so it was like half the calories, some crap like that. Didn't really catch on. Basically, people either want regular soda or diet soda. I mean, if you drink a diet soda, you don't mind the aspartame. If you want some calories, you probably just don't care, I guess, about... You probably wouldn't want to taste the aspartame, so you're probably just going to drink a regular Coke for like 140 calories rather than 70 calories. But yeah, this was... real short run. I think maybe about a year or two. This one expired December 13th of '04 as well. But yeah, I know they phased this out in about 2005 maybe, 2006, some areas. Don't quote me on that because I honestly don't really remember. But whoever posted it on Wikipedia knows exactly the dates and whatnot. That was full too. The C2 that was full. Basically every one over there was full except for the Coke 2. I have another full one here. I don't know if anyone would remember this. This was like popular back when I was in high school. It was some idea. I guess maybe cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper was what took its place, but this is Dr. Pepper Red Fusion. Kind of like cherry Dr. Pepper maybe. I don't know if anybody remembers this. I show people this and they go, "What the hell is that?" I'm like, "You don't remember?" And they're like, "No." So it wasn't obviously that popular, but I think I remember it tasting all right. It was decent. You know, it's not like it was the best soda ever, but I liked it. We have a full can here of DNL. I don't know if you remember the commercials with that dude. I forgot his name. Some black dude from he was in that movie Evolution. But he did the commercials where make 7-Up yours, blah blah blah. Very popular. Apparently it was tasted kind of like Surge, close to it. I guess Vault took its place now. But they said this was close to Surge. If you added more orange flavor to it, it would taste like Surge. I'm not exactly sure if that's what it was, but they said this was a good substitute. I remember it. Actually, I don't really remember what this tasted like all that much. But this is another full can of DNL in here. Sprite Remix. I had the Berry Blast remix. I don't know what happened to it. I think it was called Berry Blast. I had one. I have no idea where it went. Probably got drank. I don't know. Probably got it confused with my other case because I usually buy a bunch of cases of this stuff, save a can, and then drink the rest. I probably might have left it in the fridge or done something with it that caused it to get drank. But Tropical Sprite Remix right here, the original. This one expired August 2nd of 04. This stuff is actually really good. I don't know why they stopped making it. Maybe another one of those cult things. Doesn't exist anymore, but my dad bought a case to mix with whatever kind of alcohol he drinks. He mixed it with something. I don't remember what, but it was Squirt Citrus Power. It was super. I don't know. It might have been more sour, or I think I had one once. It was more sour and maybe had energy. So yeah, it's got taurine in it. It's got energy stuff for you, but they discontinued this, and actually the case is sitting at my dad's house with 3 or 4 more cans in it, so he doesn't really drink it that often, and this thing is probably long expired. He's still drinking it. So if anybody wants a can out there, he'll probably totally sell you one, because I told him he could probably sell this on eBay for money, but he gave me a can to keep. But yeah, I think there's 3 or 4 more cans he hasn't drank yet in that case at his house, so if anyone's interested, Squirt Citrus Power right here. The Mountain Dew logo can that looked like this. Only had it for maybe a couple months. Changed it real quickly. I don't know why. I'm not sure. I thought this was the best looking one personally, rather than the new one with the ice shards or whatever the fuck's on the can. Yeah, this right here. My favorite Mountain Dew can of the recent MTN abbreviation Mountain Dew. We have a Mountain Dew Revolution. I actually have several more of these. I'm going to keep them for a while. Maybe sell them at eBay when people remember them. I actually have the newer Dews. I don't have the other one that was with Revolution that didn't win before Voltage. I think there were 2. I might. I'm not sure though. I don't think I... Actually, I have it in bottle. I think I have it in a bottle. Yeah. But right now, I know that the Democracy thing went on, and I have a case, still has some in there, quite a few actually, of Typhoon, and a lot of Distortion left, and of course an unopened box of Whiteout, but that won, so that's being produced now. Don't know how much longer. A lot of soda fans know what Hires is, can't find it anywhere. Full case. Somewhat empty case, been drinking it. We got Dad's Cream Soda, Dad's Orange Cream Soda. They actually produce this all where I live, and there's only one store I know you can find them all at in cases, but you can mail me or whatever if you want to know where you can get them and whatnot. I don't know if this is really rare right now, but it's the throwback with the new logo. Or the retro, new, like it's new, but it's retro, I guess, whatever. I really haven't been drinking that. Just kind of been sitting there, I guess. I don't know if I got Sunkist Solar Fusion, that's not really rare. Vanilla Coke's only produced in select cities, I think. We got Coke with Splenda. These I'm all drinking. Crush Lime. Yeah, I've got these guys right here. That's mainly what I'm talking about. Probably once I get down to one can, I'll save it again. Or maybe I'll save a few more, to sell later if people are interested. Yeah. What else do we got in here? This, I was discontinued. No one probably cares, really. But I saved it just because it was discontinued. We got Tropicana Twister Soda. Don't make it anymore. It was delicious orange soda. That's all I have to say about that. What else do we have? This exploded. There is still liquid inside here, but it blew up, and I'm not sure where it was. Wherever it was leaking, sealed itself from the stickiness. But this is Coca-Cola Black Cherry Vanilla. Limited run again. I liked it. That's not rare. We got an empty bottle of Pepsi Blue. I used to have a whole bunch of full ones. I think I might only have like one full one left. I sold 2 on eBay for like $10 a piece. But I remember when this stuff got discontinued, I just started collecting. I said, dude, they don't make that anymore. I went to this gas station right up the street from my house, and they had like a full rack of like 6 or 7 bottles. Bought them all. They were actually past expiration sitting in the gas station. I think they say they expired in July 7th of 03. I probably bought them in September. So they'd been there for a while. Because I guess small gas stations, if they don't get a restock of them, they just keep the expired ones in there for a while. Which is good for me because then I can get can. I actually have a case of this. Still like a 6-pack of Diet Coke with lemon. So, I don't know. No one really drinks Diet Coke with lemon. I thought it was decent, but I don't like the diet flavor, so it kind of ruined it for me. But if it was regular Coke with lemon, it would be all right. I would like it if it wasn't diet. Here's Coca-Cola regular with lime. Good stuff. Don't think they make it anymore. Here's a can. This expired November 7th of 05. It's hard because this box is full of everything, but here it is. I found it. Diet Coke with lime right here. I think this one might have opened a little bit because it feels lighter, like abnormally lighter. But it's still pretty full, and I also don't see where it's leaking. Here's Diet Coke with lime. And then here, this one I saved because I thought it was a really cool design for the Sprite can. Had the little basketball players and people dancing and all kinds of stuff going on. Probably can't really see, but I thought it was kind of shit. We got a Burners can, still make that. Regular Sprite can. Actually, the old regular Sprite can. Like this design, I'm pretty sure they used for like 10, 15 years, some ridiculous amount of time. Sundrops. Best citrus soda, better than Mountain Dew. It's actually, Mountain Dew's good, right? But basically Sundrop, the only way I can describe it is much more sour. It's not like too sour, but it has more of a sour flavor. It's got more of a bite. I could describe it as liquefied sour gummy worms. Something my mom's boyfriend gave me. I don't know. The old cherry vanilla can, or no, the old cherry Coke can. Sorry, looked a lot better when they did these designs, in my opinion. We got Barks Red Cream. I have no idea if they still make this. Don't really remember how it tastes. So anyway, here they are. We have Mountain Dew Pitch Black, the original. We got Barks Red Cream, Squirt Citrus Power, Coca-Cola Black Cherry Vanilla, Diet Coke with Lime, Diet Coke with Lemon, Coca-Cola with Lime, the Coca-Cola Contour Can, Coke 2, Cherry Coke, Coca-Cola C2, Dr. Pepper Red Fusion, DNL, Sprite Remix, Mountain Dew Cool Can, Mountain Dew Revolution, Tropical Twister Soda, and Sprite. And some other shit, and some more other shit over here, but we don't care about that. And yes, I do, I don't know where, I wish I knew where that Pepsi Green was. It's bugging me now, because, yeah, some people might think this is cool, but we have unopened, I've been drinking them slowly, but glass bottle Sun Drops, right here. See, in Wisconsin, we have all the cool soda, like Hires Root Beer, Sun Drop, Dad's Root Beer, etc. Right, Whittles Waffle? Right, Whittly Waffle? Yeah. Yeah. And that's it for my collection.
All right. We're back. Chemical's having another wardrobe malfunction, I think, again. By the way, Yingling, guys. Yingling.
One of those isn't a battery.
Yeah, I see that.
Well, I only needed half the voltage of the battery pack.
I'm listening to you, and so is the stream.
That's fine. Let's see if I can throw this on main camera. Can you see this from here?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I only needed half the voltage of this specific battery pack, so I took the button cell battery and I put it in, and I just put a really shiny penny in for the other battery.
Oh.
And it works great.
You MacGyvered that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. And then I added this really cool, like, disconnect. Is that focused? Or like?
I think it looks okay.
Yeah, because actually I use this for performances and for stuff like that, and I actually corroded through the copper wires. So I wanted to make a waterproof, better way of replacing the battery pack area when it starts to corrode.
Trinity said, "What the hell are those naked paws?"
You're right. I'm ashamed. I dishonor my family.
Chemical is retransforming into the Fox that he once was. Give him time.
He wanted to see my wires.
That's a little weird. Can we look at that gangster squirrel again? Let's just take a look at that gangster squirrel one more time.
Onward, Buttercup. There's buttery to spread.
Alright, guys. We're on to the internet. We're going to talk about the internets and all the jazz about how much that has changed our lives, and me growing up as a millennial prior to... I don't want to show that sandwich ever again. I don't know why I actually did that. But yeah, no, you know what? Me being a millennial and being the pre-internet millennial has caused me to think differently about how everything, like, is nowadays. You know what I mean? Because, like...
Don't you dare show this.
When I'm not... Okay.
Don't you dare!
Wardrobe
don't show them him touching my paws. Thank you.
Thought you wanted to do shower thoughts though.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you, Ziga. Thank you for being more sober than I am. Awesome.
Oh no.
I didn't do the shower thoughts before the break. We had the recap, but I do always do shower thoughts if I can find them. So right now we have the 25 best shower thoughts before we go into the internet. Okay, so number 1, Wikipedia's writing has a surprisingly consistent tone considering how many people contribute to it.
Is that sarcasm?
No, just like it's consistent and like fluent, as in like several people. I don't know. They would assume that it'd be jumbled and.
Or that there's not that many people actually contributing to it. It's just like a group of people doing it. But yeah, I get what they're getting at.
Signing contracts with blood makes sense. A written signature can be forged or ambiguous, but a DNA test will always show whoever the owner is.
True. Yeah.
People in the Kool-Aid universe probably need to buy Kool-Aid Man insurance in case he destroys their house.
Oh, yeah.
The Human Torch wouldn't need deodorant. His extreme temperatures would kill off any germs or smells.
I'm not listening. Say it again.
Okay, I'll say it again. The Human Torch wouldn't need deodorant because his extreme temperatures would kill off any germs.
Yeah, it's the germs that make the smell, so that's like scientifically correct.
Take a picture. It will last longer was probably a much more snarky comment back when everyone didn't have cameras in their pockets.
Yeah, right.
Atlantean Empire, thank you for letting me know my batteries were showing.
Ooh,
Yeah.
First the knees, now the battery.
That's a little hotter than me stream, my bad.
It takes a lot to... It takes a lot of courage. I love this one. This one's my favorite. It takes a lot of courage to list a piece of exercise equipment for sale and say barely used in the description.
Oof. I would just lie, extremely used.
From Mario's perspective, the green mushrooms do absolutely nothing. Inventing or discovering fire, metals, the wheel, figuring out which mushrooms to eat was likely repeated in different regions of the world countless times since there was no recording or communication of learnings.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Have you seen a single library on Mario?
I haven't. We're back on the Mario.
Oh.
The biggest difference between a cat lady and a cat woman seems to be the leather outfit.
Oh, these are shower thoughts.
Nostalgia is addictive because everything turns out okay.
I don't know about that.
No.
Because sometimes you go back for that nostalgic feeling, you find out it's actually shit.
Oh.
You just were disillusioned by the initial thought of oh yeah, I played this in my unit. Oh yeah, it was good as fuck. You go back, it's actually garbage.
Dora the Explorer is visually impaired, and Boots is her service animal because she never sees what she's looking for unless Boots and viewers helps her out.
Yeah, I can see that.
Since we can physically get stronger through lifting weights and speak to people through learning languages, yet there are people who do neither. Most of us probably wouldn't even study magic if it was real.
Bullshit.
Darth Vader got his
Hell yeah,
iconic
Ziggy.
look after losing a game of The Floor is Lava.
Wait, one more time. What?
Darth Vader got his iconic look after losing a game of The Floor is Lava. Nothing is stopping you from putting a bike lock on someone else's bike.
Oh my god.
Man.
Eating bread on a space station requires human knowledge.
To have the bike, you just did a bolt cutters and time that they're not there.
Yeah.
Well, no, let's go back to that one. That one's got merit.
You want to talk about putting...
Claim someone's bike? They don't have a lock on it, yeah.
You just need a better quality steel and hope
When
they
I-
don't own a bolt cutters.
When I was in...
I got that.
When I was in high school, to be fair, this is kind of related. There was a bike that we had seen from my 10th grade and on that was locked up to the bike rack, and it was there even after I graduated.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Huh.
And it was there 2 years after I graduated, and probably still there 3 or 4 years after I graduated. And finally I went back a couple years ago and I said, oh, it's finally gone.
That's funny, because my bike was bike locked to a piece of patio furniture, and they broke the aluminum patio furniture and then stole my bike.
Oh, they sold
In
mine
less
right
than
out of my
like 3
backyard.
hours. I was changing. So I took my bike to go to the gas station because my car had a battery problem. So while I was in the parking lot, like quarter of a block from my house, replacing my car battery, they stole my bike from the backyard.
Wow.
That's so good.
Yeah, my bike.
Yeah.
Was it a nice bike, though?
It was like $1,000 Trek that I had
Oh,
since I
Trek
was like
too.
very
Yeah.
young.
Yeah,
So,
I got it.
okay, fun story. I actually have been on Craigslist ever since it was stolen, and I found a guy in like Waterford that had the exact same model for like $100 because I knew that model was like a good one. I liked it. It lasted a long time, and I got it, and the condition is so much shittier than like the condition my bike was in that I just treat it as the recovered bike.
Yeah.
That is the condition my bike would have been in after getting it back from the thief who destroyed it.
Oh my god.
And I just moved on with life.
So, Eating bread on a space station requires human knowledge from a span of more than 1,000 years, from agriculture to space exploration.
Who's this simp named Nightbot?
You actually can't say that anymore.
Oh,
just so
can
you know.
I not?
Nope.
Oh, man.
I'm letting you know just so you know ahead of time.
No, I don't keep up with...
There we go.
Thank you.
There we go.
Someone needs to tell me.
You were just told. Ding. Now you know. Ding, fries are done. Anyway, back to the shower thoughts. Lost Bitcoin wallets with easy-to-guess passwords will be the treasure chests of the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, true facts.
Arguably.
Dude, as soon as quantum computing becomes a thing, there is going to be a huge problem because, like, those, wallet securities are totally not a problem for quantum computers, but you have to build one for it. And if it gets valuable enough, someone will build one for it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, no questions
Dude, if I had
asked.
that, I'm not gonna lie, I would go nuts.
Well, I'm pretty sure the what was it, the Silk Road wallet for
Yeah.
all those, like, dark web transactions is actually owned by the U.S. government right now. And they were able to crack into it after spending, like, a long time trying to get into it. And everyone's like, well, your wallet's safe because you only have $500 and it would cost several million to crack it.
No.
But that wallet itself was worth several billion.
Yeah.
So it was totally worth it to crack it.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that we'll have to address going forward as quantum
absolutely.
computers become better and better. Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Even right now.
That's crazy.
Really?
You know,
Yeah.
hey, you guys, I recently learned, remember when, I don't know if you're old enough, like, or had a computer way back when, or paid attention to computers way back when? Because I'm a couple years older than you guys, but do you remember the systems that had the lock and key? You know why that was there? Because that was originally the lock protection before passwords and stuff were invented.
Did you know that
You
a
could physically
paperclip
lock your-
circumvented them?
The oldest
I did not know that.
You just had to bridge the connection. Game over.
The oldest computer I ever used was an old like Apple PC that used like the 5.5-inch floppies.
Oh yeah, I still have some of those.
Yeah, I used that in like early grade school. Like they
I
used
still
that
have
for
a
like
5.5
learning
inch
games and
floppy.
shit.
5.5 inch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the small one or the big one?
The big one.
The zip drive.
That's why they're
one?
called floppies, because they flop around.
Do you remember the zip drive one that had like white crystals on the sides of it? It was like Zip 100. Had
I
a
do
special
remember zip
drive for
drives,
it?
yes, but I don't feel like that did not catch on at all.
No, it didn't.
But I have them.
The real floppy?
What blew my mind were those PS1 discs that were all black, but they were
Yeah,
CDs.
I've still got those.
That was cool. that was
nuts.
all. That was all based on like infrared and the plastic.
I've still got a
cover and
copy of.
I have
PS1.
I have racing games actually around the corner. I may show them during the after stream. I may show them during the after stream, but I have the
It's
real
not in
floppies.
here. What the hell?
It's upstairs. It's in my PC. I was playing it.
Oh,
Yes, you can show that off if you want.
what year?
Yeah, world's scariest
World's scariest police chases.
PlayStation game.
PlayStation.
Damn,
Quality.
that is museum quality.
Yep. All right, back to more shower thoughts. So we got, let's see. If doing taxes was an actual subject in school, a lot of people would most certainly think it's boring and would not go to.
How about that?
I feel like most people need to know that they actually have to do taxes.
See, I feel like we'd pay more attention to it, learn it, and then they'd change the tax law, and we'd be SOL. Do you enjoy more algebra or more like geometry? Because I hear you're only good at one or the other.
I like algebra more.
I'm a geometry kind of guy.
I'm fine with geometry too, but like I'm more algebraic.
Okay.
The one reason I like math is
Oh,
because
Fulci,
math
that's cool
generally
as fuck.
always has a solution.
Okay.
So it's not really like there's like this gray area until you start getting into like imaginary numbers, and then you're kind of like.
I had a teacher named Richard Fisher who was a fantastic teacher in
Yeah.
geometry.
Trig is where it's at. I dropped out of Trig because I wanted to do art instead, and my dad told me you need 4 years of math to go to college, and I said, "Ha, Dad, I'm going into the trades just like you."
I went to trade.
See, I didn't have much of a choice but to go into college because my dad did go to college, but he didn't finish. So I'm actually one of the first people in my family to actually finish and get a degree. So my family kind of pushed me to do that.
My dad just told me if I did want to go to college in the future, I would need that. And I said, you know what? I'm already making a decent wage doing this.
I was so pissed when I found out that
You got the most useless degree ever, mashed potatoes? What was that?
no, they used to have 6 months of college education and like prerequisites to a degree before you could enter my field of work. And
What's
as
up,
of,
Dan?
Like, several months ago, it just got changed to a 2-day seminar.
Well, see, the fuck thing for me is, like, for IT, what I've seen is, like, the certifications themselves rather than the degree are more valuable.
Yeah.
So it's like, my degree has done me literally jack shit, and I have to pay back all this
I almost
debt.
went into IT, Zegan. I think
Well, the
I told
fucked
you
up
that.
thing is my younger brother also went into IT, and he's like, should I do this? And I'm like, dude, you're asking someone who's going to be biased because it didn't do anything.
Zegan,
I think-
can I tell you something real quick?
Sure, go for it.
Crazy Mexican Dan, he's actually from my work.
Uh-huh.
So he knows about electrotech. You tell him about electrotech. What's the comment you say about our next door neighbors every time?
I ask, it says that place burned down yet?
He used to work there.
No, I often wonder why colleges have like prerequisites for a degree. Like that's just ridiculous. You need 12 credits of whatever the fuck you want to be qualified. Yeah, that's just requiring extra money out of the student's pocket just to get the degree. That's not right.
Number 18. Pinocchio is logically unlimited wood supply.
Oh, that would hurt. Does he feel pain?
I don't know, but probably. Well, actually, do reptiles, when the ones that can lose their tails, do they feel pain?
Do they? Not a
don't know.
scaly. Any scalies in the chat?
Any scalies in the chat? The Guinness Book of World Records in the DC Marvel Universe must be so cool to look at. The Guinness Book of World Records in the DC and Marvel Universe must be so cool to look at. Would they just not allow them because they're cheating?
Whereas it's kind of just
I gotta sneeze and I can't touch my nose.
Okay. Are you alright?
I gotta sneeze.
Okay.
uh-oh,
Yeah, but I can't touch my nose.
uh-oh,
Okay. Are you alright?
uh-oh.
If fart hadn't already been a word, we would probably be using it instead of fan art. You shorten.
No, I'm not following that.
It's a shortened version of fan art.
No.
I get it.
Okay. Right. And we're getting to the home stretch here. Recently learned that most people don't actually know how to study. Therefore, getting good grades
That's the
in
job of
academia
school.
is more about who knows how to study better than who is actually smarter.
No, it's all memory.
That too.
Yeah, no, it's.
I have a good memory, but the problem is I didn't care about school.
See what's funny? Because I actually had a really good memory, so I wouldn't really take many notes at all, and I would remember all the content. Meanwhile, he would bust his ass to get a good grade, and I would like flip through the book a little bit, like, okay, I'm good, and get like a B on a test.
You know, to this day, no one's ever asked me what I got as a grade in any class.
Dan, how
You
can you
just
say
had
you
to
have a
pass.
horrible memory? You obviously memorize a lot, at least at work.
That's what happened to me freshman year of high school. I got an honor roll, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. I just coast.
One thing I will tell you about my high school career is I will point out that when I had math, algebra, first hour, actually it was second hour, I did fucking horrible at it, and I coasted through with like a D+ or something. When I had algebra 2, however, my junior year, I got a B+. So that was 6th hour. So let's just point out that the time difference of when I had math class was greatly related to how well I did in that class. I needed like gym in the beginning and like English or something, first, second, third hour, and then have all the harder classes when I was awake. Because I could not do well when hard classes were in the beginning of the
Okay.
Yeah. When I had early like math class, like hard stuff, I just wanted to continue sleeping. I was never a morning person. It wasn't
I'm
a
not
thing.
a morning person either, so I totally get that. 100%.
Yes, metal shop. Exactly. Metal shop. That was where it was at. That's taught me how to do things that I use to this day.
The people after me got AutoCAD training.
Or like chess club or debate club, things like that, and like he's over here like doing an actual course in like programming, and I'm like, I want that.
No, I feel you. My year was the last year of actual wood shop, so like
Yeah.
files, saws, and shit like that. Then the year after me got taught AutoCAD, like 3D modeling, and I was like, motherfuckers! Like, God damn it!
The toilet seat factory. Oh my God, you remember? Yes. Okay, and let's finish these out here so we can talk about the actual thing we wanted to talk about. So your bedroom is mainly a whole room dedicated for you to be unconscious in.
A lot of people.
The what room?
The bedroom.
No.
Some
It's for other things.
Other things? Oh, that's the whole house.
I call it the den.
That's fair, actually. Most adults know to avoid job offers that require money to start, but we let our kids agree to massive loans to train for a job no one even offered.
Wait, there's jobs you have to pay to start?
College.
No.
I've never heard of that, but
That's what it sounded
I thought
like.
it was trying to
No, it's
gear towards. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was
Yeah,
getting
because
at.
one's a Ponzi scheme.
There's nothing as tranquil as the brief moment of silence when going under an overpass in the rain.
Quiet.
Fairly quiet.
It was like...
If Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl 2 more times, he can create his own Nazgul. I don't really get the reference, but
I don't get it.
Never watched Lord.
I did. But I watched it 20 years ago, so I don't remember any of it, man.
I don't think.
Well, there you
I
go.
think this was his last hurrah. I'm saying it right here.
I don't sports very well.
This was his last time to, like, basically his one time to prove that he didn't need Belichick to get a ring. And now he's probably just gonna be good. He's content. He's gonna make as much money as he can before.
Well, now we're going to talk about the internet. And let's see where we started from. Remember back in the 90s, this is going to make me sound old as hell, but we didn't have all that, right? It didn't really exist. So
I think the first online communication was probably like AOL Instant Messenger.
now we're doing a live
Or
stream
MySpace.
online. So thoughts and opinions on the internet in general, I guess. Like, how has it affected culture and everything and all that?
Well, let's start from like the beginning as far as like internet culture. Like, so when the internet first, I guess, really came out for like public use, we had like dial-up and things like that, and I feel like society was super excited to use this new form of communication. So people became
Wild, Wild West.
Discussions. Like, we had he was talking about like AOL Instant Messenger, like chat rooms and stuff like that. Just another way to go out and meet people. But in today's society, I feel like we've gotten away from that, and things have actually become more polarized and like close knit versus when we initially gained, the power of the internet.
Yep, I would say that too. I feel like a lot of nowadays, I guess the internet's starting to become a little bit more regulated, so to speak. I mean, it started kind of, I guess, with, music, the music industry and all that stuff.
Yeah,
But
DMCA really had a huge...
The thing about that, though, is, in my opinion, is, at least for me, I support the artist by going to concerts, buying merchandise, buying albums.
Yep.
Oh, for
So,
sure.
that was like one thing I didn't completely agree with. I'm sure there's people out there that were not paying for it, but how much money are they really losing? Like, I don't know the statistic or anything, but
Yeah, we would have to get like hard fact statistics, but like and part of it I think comes with the fact that like we're seeing less and less of physical media versus digital media.
and even then, there's more of a, I guess, being human, you want more of that physical copy. That's kind of why records came back. That's why records came back, because people like having that piece of art they can display that has music physically on that piece of wax. That's cool.
Lose something digital, like if your hard drive gets corrupted or you lose access to your accounts for whatever reason.
Or you scratch your CD.
Yeah, and it's gone. Hell, even like to use Steam for example, they have a thing in their user agreement where the Steam, if they wanted to, they could just go, your shit's gone.
Don't take my house, Steam. Don't take my house.
I've never.
Yeah. So, okay, we went through like the mid 2000s. That was kind of more of the Wild Wild West. People started to get more involved online. Things started to get more serious. You've got the COPPA Act that's now on YouTube, which is totally understandable. And they're trying to, I guess everyone's trying to cover their ass now because, what you post online, they're trying to regulate it a little bit more. And is it a good thing or a bad thing? Like with the regulations. Like, there needs to be some kind of regulation, but to what extent? To the point now where I feel like they are regulating, freedom of speech. And it's more or less like certain things, shouldn't be said, and certain opinions are probably the worst opinions ever. But at the same time, where is the limit? Like, where's the line drawn?
Where I think things started to kind of change. So, you guys remember back when YouTube actually wasn't a part of Google?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
So I think it was less regulated because it was more privatized and things like that. There wasn't as many ads, things like that. So part of the problem with why we're seeing like this more influx of like PC culture is because big business and like corporatism is kind of like taking over, because that's why a lot of people get demonetized now, is because, we don't see your content as suitable for our ads.
If I can
That
interject,
is so unfortunate, but at the same time, I kind of see why that would happen, but it's still very unfortunate.
I remember when you could pay for the premium, which was supposed to be ad-free. And then all of a sudden, you would get a video pop up and say, I'm sorry, this isn't eligible for ad-free. What the fuck?
Yeah,
were
actually,
they
what is that?
thinking?
What is that?
When they were like, hey, you can be ad-free.
I never know these things.
Yeah, no, I had it for a couple months because I went out of state and I needed something to like download ahead of time for the flight. And I'm watching these other videos and it's like, I'm sorry, this doesn't qualify for your ad-free premium. And it's like, I said ad-free. How are you gonna choose specific creators that don't qualify under that for some new diamond tier fucking status service that you're gonna release? You guys can go fuck yourself. As soon as I saw that, I unsubscribed immediately. I felt betrayed. I really did.
Yeah, well,
because I paid for no ads, and they were like, but some ads.
Well, any way to make the money, I guess, right? Because I mean, they got to make money somewhere. What's that? Oh, it's probably Nutsling under a different name if that's actually King Nutsling. What's up, King?
King Nutsling?
Yeah, he's Australian.
Oh,
He's
yeah, okay,
Australian.
all right. That oddly makes more sense.
Yeah, he's a great guy. How you doing, man? We got the Z-Gun, we got Chemical Fox, and me, and we're hanging out doing a little podcasty poo, talking about the internet and its influence on, I guess, the last 20 years society. Yeah, it's been an interesting road. I mean, I would say that growing up before the internet was a more wholesome time, at least in the smaller communities, because you didn't have all the
more lessons because you had to actually go out to find entertainment rather than sit around and have this device in your hand or in front of you to get entertainment.
Yes, I enjoyed going to a movie. I still do. There was an aesthetic to going to Blockbuster with your family and picking out that movie you're going to watch tonight.
shit that I got a free game out of the gumball machine.
Yeah.
I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, no, it was a thing.
You could get a ball that had like
Yeah. Like fortune cookie.
Really?
Yeah.
You could go put your thing, and then if you had like this tinfoil wrap around the gumball, you got a free rental. And I got that, and the first game I did with that was Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Oh wow.
At N64.
Dang.
Oh, that's a good one.
There was actually in con videos. I'm gonna do a montage. Probably next week. I would say maybe Thursday. I'm gonna do a montage of all the con videos, edited up really nicely for Twitch. And one of the times me and Corey were coming back from FCN, and this was back when Blockbuster was going out of business, so they weren't anywhere anymore. We pulled into a gas station, and I pull the camera out and I laugh because of what I see. And I got the camera on my face, and I'm going, man, Corey, guys, you see that Blockbuster over there? And Corey's like, yeah, I see it. He's like giggling, and I'm like, yeah, it's they've really downsized in the past few years. And he goes, yeah, man. And I go, do you still think you can rent game systems from there? And then I pan it over, and it's literally like a red box. and he's like, go ask the guy if you can use the bathroom at the register.
Doing right now with all the streaming services.
They kind of replaced Netflix went like full streaming only, and Redbox still tried to keep a brick and mortar presence in a certain.
That's
kind
what
of
I'm
way.
wondering. I'm wondering if how Redbox's sales are doing. If they're going to go the way of Blockbuster because of all.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, they need to. Well, they. I guess. Yeah. They. Well, I guess they can't start a streaming service now. They could, but.
I don't.
Well, so you guys know where we're at now on like the internet and connectivity. So what do you think about that, like Elon Musk Starlink thing,
It's a good idea.
where he's gonna have pretty much internet everywhere because it's satellite internet?
I think
do you think
it's
it's gonna be like satellite TV where it didn't really kind of pan out, or do you think this is?
I think he's trying to make it free, though.
He's gonna. I think at a certain point he gets enough satellites to make it viable.
Yeah, but you pay for a subscription to a phone company.
Yeah,
though.
I know. But free. That's
Is Family Video?
I kind of feel like.
He's saying Squirrel Folpsky's saying Family Video is now dead as well.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
the one around here closed. I mean,
Did it really? No.
They just had a Supercell. Like,
No!
everything was 50 cents. You
No!
didn't see that?
Oh my
it was in
God.
the actual like mailbox paper.
Wow.
Oh, you fucked up.
I fucked up. I fucked up.
Dude, I kind of wonder if make it game.
Dude, I keep being shocked every time I see
They
it
used to be
still
called
open.
Take Two.
I like going to. There's one place over that's called Makes Sense that has a whole bunch of like old video games and stuff like that. You should check out if you haven't gone that already.
Damn, man, that's crazy. Well, there's a the internet really has changed things because we can get all our content and our stuff now at the touch of a button, sent through your credit card, delivered to your house in an instant.
I think Elon Musk is kind of skipping a couple stages too, because he already sees how the market's stacked.
Mm-hmm.
You could have a cell phone, but if you go around mountains, you lose reception, so you're gonna need like a GPS satellite phone. I think he's skipping the whole cell phone development stage and going straight to the next level, which is like a global communication thing. So you can be connected to Wi-Fi no matter where you are in the world in a couple steps from now. So he's kind of cutting out the beginner stages and just going right to the end product. In
So
that
let me
regard.
ask this question though. With that, is given like what we've seen from society, the way from like early days of dial-up to where we are now.
Oh yeah,
Do
drastic changes.
hold on. Do you think the convenience of that is good or bad?
It's both. It's both because it changes the way we interact with one another. I mean, there's a good thing about being able to have a kind of, I guess, you can see parts of the world you never would ever see. We did this when we talked about VR. I said it's an amazing thing. But at the same time, it ruins that human connection. You know what I mean? That interaction. I would hope that in the future there would be some kind of mesh between the two at some point.
Yeah,
I don't know. The future, we're only going to find out down the road.
that's a really weird thought too.
Get to a point where we're like at Ready Player One status, where like whole society's based around like the interweb, basically internet. you make your money off of it, everything like that.
Well, there's a certain level where society or technology itself is a crutch, and it lets you go at things with a certain level of fearlessness. But here's an example. Anytime I go travel somewhere with mountains, I always lose cell reception and 4G around certain mountainsides, just because the way the satellites are at certain times.
Right, so like when we told my brother that he was driving through the mountains.
So for one example, I was in the middle of Mount St. Helens, and I was miles in because I had just come out of a lava tube, and I was trying to find the way back to the parking lot. If I didn't have Google Maps, I would have been in some real shit. Because I wouldn't have known which way was north, south, east, west. I wouldn't have known where the parking lot was.
Crazy Mexican is saying
But
if
I
VR
popped out at a place where I could see that on Google Maps.
if VR is the only way I could get close to a rave, I'm okay with no human connection. But you've never been to a furry rave, have you?
They're not that great.
Oh, come on! Well, what about Pride Fest raves?
Dude, I was at the Anime Milwaukee rave.
No, I mean in real life, not in VR.
Virtual.
Not in VR. I
I'm
mean in
just
real
saying
life.
it was just as lame.
Okay.
Like, that's... I mean, it was a good time.
I had fun at the raves.
They wouldn't give me N-rods, and I wanted fucking glow sticks, okay?
Fucking MFF. You and Ferks, you guys snuck into
Oh yeah, we did.
I'm sure I've given you my ads once or
I forgot
twice.
about. No, I literally was videotaping. This is on video. I walked past security. I'm pretending to record, and then while the guy was distracted by someone else's badge, I just went in.
Oh, yeah, no.
Right in. I think Ferks went in right after that. I don't know what to do now.
I had to get footage. I'm sorry.
I mean, I could have gone in because I had a badge, but
Yeah, I know. This guy's a big Anime Milwaukee fox.
I wanted to Milwaukee. Every time I've wanted to go, I've always had to miss it because of work.
I really do love the foam combat arena. There's just something about beating up people in cosplay that fulfills me. I don't know what it is. I really don't.
It's I guess I don't know. You get to be you, and also fight people.
Yeah.
Did you know I actually came in? I have a medal. I came in second place in 2019. In the 1v1s.
Dan,
pretty good
crazy.
sword.
If you ever go to another convention,
Metal
you're welcome to
variety.
come out to First Squared in Brookfield if it ever starts up
Oh,
again.
Fruit Square is good shit.
I haven't been there in actually a year now. It would be a year, literally right now.
That mall's
And-
not doing so hot.
What?
The mall's not doing so hot.
Oh,
There's,
really?
Like, a lot
It's
of
not?
empty stores.
Well, there's
and
not a
shit.
lot of malls.
A lot of malls are not good either.
Yeah, or Mayfair.
No one's going because we can't go anywhere. Like this whole pandemic shit's crippling a lot of businesses.
It sucks, man. It sucks. But as for the internet thing, I mean, I kind of consider it, it's just as things mostly are. It's the best of both worlds. You get toxic communities, you get those isolated groups that are now forming in modern times. You get echo chambers. You get people that are really opinionated. You get people that just read shit and believe it. They don't even look into it. They don't even want to think. And that's a big problem that the internet kind of brings upon us, but at the same time, it's also connecting all of us, which I think is fantastic too.
Speaking of which, I'm upset you don't let me see swears in chat. Like, why?
That's your phone.
Why do you have to censor?
That's literally your phone.
My chat.
That's literally your phone.
Oh, you're gonna
Yeah.
show me that later.
Definitely.
Everyone say fuck in chat so
No,
Chemical can't see it.
I just want to know what you're saying, and I can't. It's just stars. Dad, look at the PG phone over here.
You do have the PG phone.
It's
What phone
fucking-
is that again?
It's how many lines are on the screen? That's what we should be asking.
It's an old phone. You buy your girlfriend a better phone than you have.
I bought her the same model of phone because it's not broken. It is a better phone, so you're not wrong.
Part of my
There you go. Fucks in chat, guys. Fucks in chat.
It's got space zoom.
Now, how many censorships do you have in your phone right now? Probably a lot. Oh, yep.
Oh yeah, no.
Yep, they're all
I
sent.
can only tell how many characters your slur is.
It's all just fuck.
If that's the only context in the message, I can't tell what they are.
You know what pissed me off is when Steam started censoring
Oh.
comments. So you get hearts instead of like actual. Yeah, that annoyed me. I'm like, you know what? I want to see someone say, "Oh, I played against this furry."
Well,
Those
kinda
4-star
the thing is,
swears,
like,
they could be
why-
anything.
Why is society right?
I don't know.
You ever kind of wonder, like, why, like, now that we have more access, why are we being coddled compared to, like, what we used to be?
You know what I think it is? I feel like most people think people are stupid and they can't read context, like read between the lines, and they know that certain things offend people when they're they're said or done or whatever. And I feel like everyone just wants to protect the youth from being bred into something that's terrible.
Somebody from all, like, the viruses, like the cold, flu, things like that, they'll never build up a defense to it. So is it actually good?
I don't know. That's actually a topic for probably another time because that's heavy.
I'm just saying, if you're
It's 100%. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think it's something that needs to be addressed. I think that there needs to be some kind of discussion of this instead of everyone worrying about getting sued, banned, canceled, all that crap.
Honestly, I haven't seen a single bad word in chat, and I'm amazed. Like, this filter's pretty freaking strong. I'm gonna censor myself for the filter. Yeah, no, I've my virgin chat is still
virgin
unviolated. Wow. And that's the thing too. Like, at what point does the algorithm decide what gets censored? At what point does technology decide what will trigger me on my behalf?
We're already getting that.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's detected in the fucking voice now. I'm gonna have to re-upload all my stuff from my YouTube for what?
Of course, Crazy Mexican would just say something in Spanish that would not get... Fun fact, I speak Spanish, so thank you. I saw something in chat that I could understand that went past the filter. Well done.
So is that all we need to know? Just do everything in Spanish now from now on, so we won't get sent.
Apparently.
I can't read it, so I only know so much Spanish.
One of the words is...
Yo soy hombre lobo.
One of the words is madre,
Yo necesito
and I think
seis
you know what that
cervezas.
means. It's not word to your mother.
Oh. So, any final thoughts on that? Do anyone have anything else to add? Before we go to the after stream, if you guys want to hang out with us afterwards, we're going to get drunk. The broast might come out.
The way that YouTube has gone and other things that are going on in society, it just makes me genuinely concerned with the path that we're on. As someone who's read a lot of dystopian novels like 1984 and other things like that, it actually makes me genuinely concerned on the path that we're on. Just in the fact of, like, kind of like we were talking about the algorithms, we're getting, like, in my opinion, like Big Brother territory.
The one thing I will say about that is I made a Facebook status. I said, if you'd rather have security over freedom, you're nothing but a dog. And I am no dog.
It says if you want safety, security, and a free meal, just go to prison.
Yeah.
Wow, I've never heard that quote before.
Yeah, you definitely have to be aware and watch out for, like, repetitive loops in your life in this day and age.
Internet.
You can get so cyclical.
Internet opinions, thoughts and opinions. Good or bad thing?
Like the availability and the things that it supplies to society as a tool is good. The problem is it's just that it is a tool. It's open for anybody to use, and a tool can be used good or bad.
Yeah.
One of the things I say about the internet too, at least, like, you know, I've been bullied on the internet before. I know when to turn it off. If there's someone that's trying to, like, offend me in some way or be mean to the whatever I like or do, when it's nothing that harms anyone, oh, fuck you. I'm gonna unplug this. I'm gonna go fucking do art. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
feel like someone should be telling me what I should or should not be seeing.
Right?
I have that available.
I wish I could block his shoveling job.
Okay, no, we're not gonna talk about the shoveling.
Yeah, mute me. Mute me right now.
Okay, I want to point out that it was cold outside, and I did my best, and the snow was already hard into the fact
I could have
that
started making an ice castle out of the chunks I pulled off.
You
before
might
I
as well
ever saw
should have.
concrete.
I think my neighbors would like the fact that you shoveled my driveway.
Oh no, I didn't touch the driveway. I am no saint, sir. I got to the sidewalk.
Like where society has gone with this PC culture stuff. You heard what happened to that one actress
No.
on The Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know.
They cut her for some of her opinions on certain political content. And she's like a main part of that story. I haven't been able to watch the whole thing, but I heard she's a main character for that story. I heard they're just gonna basically kill off her character and just
Really?
Yeah, no,
all
they
because
totally
of
said
some
that.
all because of some like Twitter comments. They cut her just which
Yes, this guy, this is the ice castle dude, right here.
Yeah.
He made the ice castle.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
no,
yes.
You like my fort? No, I spent. Yeah, no, I love my fort. It's very warm and very effective. We gotta send some more pictures or like post more in the Discord because after this couple days of like really hot weather, it kind of all warped and looks tunified. It looks like a fort, but the dimensions are just off.
Just off ever so slightly.
oh, Booty just popped in the
Hey, Booty. What's up, Booty Magic? How's it going, bud?
Oh hey, booty. Booty, booty, booty.
Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. I don't know how else to... Hey, Booty, you're a sausage. Everyone tell Booties is a sausage.
chat. Booty, you're sausage. How's that a catch on you?
I don't know. He's got a tagline.
I know, like movie or something with that.
Oh, it's
but,
Freddy Got Fingered.
okay. But I'm like,
We could thank Tom Green for that one. Yeah, the last thing I was going to say about this, I'm trying to remember exactly where I was going, but I have a terrible short-term memory. I blame alcohol for that one.
I blame albuterol sulfate.
Yeah, well, I also have asthma, so I use that too. But I guess with the internet thing, I'm hoping for the best in this. I really am. Because I enjoy the internet, I love being part of it. It's just like, where do we go from here?
I feel like the only thing as far as like that is if we want to get back to the internet that we used to like. I hate to say this, but used to know and love, is we have to be able to take it back by what we accept as a culture. We can't tolerate what they're doing.
I'm gonna create my own internet. It's gonna be Wolfnet.
Oh my god, if you could fund .wolf. Like, you know, there's .com, .gov. You be .wolf. Tell me.
Invest.
Tell me you wouldn't have...
It's gonna be the biggest economic collapse after they realize I don't have any plans.
I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you make like a .com, .gov, .dix. I don't know.
.dix.
Yeah, there's another business idea.
I'm full of bad ideas.
Sometimes bad ideas can be actually pretty profitable.
Yeah, they can. Oh yeah.
I am totally a great financial advisor if you'd like to lose money. If you need to recover taxes by selling things at a loss, I am your guy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're not gonna tell me where to invest?
I mean, if you want, like, okay, so.
I want to lose money. Let's go.
Oh man. Okay. So my dealings with stocks roughly are, I have 21 open positions, and 8 of them are in the green. Which means 1/3 of my total positions, roughly, are good decisions. That means if you took a random
I'm listening.
dartboard and you threw a dart at random stocks on the board, 50% would be 20% better than I am doing.
You know what? I think we actually need to make a video of this, and I will invest in those stocks based on what I hit in the first year.
You know what? I would be very upset if you did better than me.
just throwing darts at a board and deciding on random fucking stocks because I'm only at 30%.
The only stocks you bought were Neopets when you were 13? And how's that going?
I invested in sand. It didn't go so well.
Sandcoin.
I just, concrete going up, just things destroying, renovation materials.
Oh, did you guys hear they're fucking destroying Trump Tower at the
Yeah, they paid for the rights to hit the detonation button.
and
a lot of money.
No, but they wouldn't do it because of COVID. They refused to do it because of COVID.
No, they'll take the money.
I heard they weren't going to actually, they were going to, I don't know. The person that was going to press the button, I heard that they weren't going to do that now because...
Are you telling me that for, 100 grand, they're not going to find a way to let that motherfucker push the button?
I don't know.
They're letting them push the button. They want the fucking money.
Why are they demolishing it to begin with?
It's abandoned. It's been abandoned for years.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
That whole casino empire that was over on the East Coast, I forgot what it was called. It hasn't been active in a long time.
I have a Trump tie.
Do you?
Got a little gold plate on it and everything.
Really?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Wow.
I don't know where the fuck I got it, but I own one.
That's interesting and actually pretty cool.
It's one of my most basic fucking ties. It's just black.
All right. I have one tie. Actually, no, correction. I have two ties. One of them I got from my father because it was so cheesy as hell I had to have it. It's still in the packaging, like in the wrapper, like the plastic wrap. The other one is a black tie that I used to wear to weddings and also certain events that required that. I haven't undid the fucking thing in over 15 years.
You just slide it off?
Yes. Because I have no idea how to fucking tie that.
I can help you as long as you lay down.
What?
I can't. I have to do it from behind you, otherwise it's not it doesn't work.
Well then,
You gotta lay down on a couch, and I gotta you're dead. That's the only way this works.
No, I think it's. Right, I forget that you probably actually put ties on people.
Oh, all the time.
After they're dead.
Yeah, no.
He's a mortician.
I would attempt an eldritch, not, but I have to do it from your point of view.
Okay.
Or do it on myself and then take it off and put it on. That works too. kind of like a pre-tied noose.
Okay. Well, any final thoughts? Because I think we're gonna go to the after show now. I think we're gonna bring out the broast.
No, I think I'm pretty much.
You're pretty much done. I think the internet, like I said, good thing, bad thing. I think that we have a lot of development to do as a species to actually figure this shit out.
And there's different corners of the internet that need to come together and find common ground. Multiplayer combat games need to meet common ground with cancel culture. There needs to be some kind of universal thing that yes, you can say this in MMOs, but you can't say this on the news.
Like I said, it always comes down to context.
Yeah, really.
That's the problem. Is the issue.
And you're only gonna find it by breaking it.
Yeah, pretty much. You can only find the line once you step over it.
I mean, when you deeply reflect on yourself, the only way you're gonna find yourself is if you go looking.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to the credits now. We're going to come back again after this. The broast is coming out, and we're going to drink some more beers and hang out with you guys.
Tell me what that means.
The broast?
Yeah.
You know what the broast means. It's the ghost of shitty beer.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Well, you got more Miller.
In the fridge.
Yeah,
Right
there. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. Very, very great stream, guys. Much appreciated for everyone who's here. This will be on YouTube in a little bit. And what? I reposted on YouTube.
Little bit?
Well, it'll be like a day.
Dude, no. This will be on. This episode will be on 2 months from now.
No.
I'm telling you guys,
what?
what current month is February 2021. Yep. Now what? You didn't mute me. You could have been 21.
All right, good night. Zig, say good night.
Thanks, guys.
We'll be back for the after stream in a little bit.
Until next time, when we can figure out when to get together. Right
We need
now.
like an ending fucking thing to say. Like, I feel like this needs to be a thing. What do we say?
We don't have our knee stream thing anymore because you put the tablecloth to hide our beautiful, beautiful naked knees.
Our knees aren't naked. Okay. Whoa.
I mean, yeah, you didn't look. There was a tablecloth.
Oh, fuck.
I've been pantsless this whole time.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, that's our slogan now. Everyone screaming at the same time. I've been pantsless the whole time.
Oh man, this tablecloth smells so fresh though. Like,
Me too, be fair.
what
We'll
detergent
see
do you
whether or not we
use?
are. So,
Can anyone tell this is pink? I'm pretty sure it's pink.
I
It
can't
looks
even
pink
see
to me.
colors. I have no idea.
I know
so
you
you're
can't see
colorblind.
colors. You're a dog.
So are you! You're a fox dog!
Yeah, but I know this is pink.
I can't tell. I don't... Alright, good night.
Good morning, people. No, I'm just kidding.